Hi. Mm. What's good, everyone? It's your girl, Millie Mills, back with another great show. This is Bring It in the House, where we feature musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. Get your meal. And we got a great meal for you today because we have American martial artist. And of course, he's an international wellness coach. He's the creator of Tybo Fitness, which I love. He's my champion, Billy Blanks.
How you doing? How you
Good.
doing?
How are you, Billy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your show.
You are so welcome. We're so excited, man. I go way back with you. I used to wake up every morning back in the 90s and the early 2000s doing Taibo with you in my living room floor.
I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You just don't know what an impact you've had on the world. I mean, congratulations with all your success. Now you're out of Philly, right? But you're born in Philly.
I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, not Philly by itself, but Erie, Pennsylvania was where I was born and raised. Yes.
Okay, great. And now you're in California.
Yeah. Now I'm living in California. Been here in California for almost 40 years. I first went from Pennsylvania to Boston, and because I felt like in order for me to be able to be in anything, I wanted to see if I could make it in a big city, but not as big as California. So I went to Boston first. And since I went to Boston, then that's when I won 3 world titles, and then from that point on, I got offered a bodyguard job out here in California, and then that gave me an opportunity to come to California.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So that's what I was about to touch on. Of course, you have all these titles, and of course, you created the Taibo and the martial artist, but you're also an actor.
Yeah, yes,
you've been in some movies.
Been in a lot of movies. It's really been truly a blessing for me to be able to do what I've done. It's always been a dream of mine as a kid. When I used to watch The Green Hornet. I know a lot of people might be listening. The Green Hornet was really what inspired me to want to get into martial arts a lot, because I had a learning disorder, and the learning disorder that I had was dyslexia. And having dyslexia, sometimes, I don't think people really know what dyslexia was at the time when I grew up. So they put me in special education. And through that, I think that people felt like I was mentally handicapped, but I wasn't mentally handicapped. I was just a shy kid that had a learning disorder that most people didn't understand at that time. And then I got involved with martial arts. When I got involved with martial arts, it gave me a chance to open up my eyes and showed me that I could really be successful. And then when I saw that, then opened up the light switch turned on, and all of a sudden, God gave me an opportunity to be doing what I'm doing right now.
Yes. About how old were you when all of that came about?
Well, I was going into my 7th grade when they found out that I had dyslexia. But I didn't find it out until I turned 35 years old that I had dyslexia. Until that time, nobody even knew what it was.
Exactly.
Right. So they just wrote me off as a child who was having a learning disorder. And it wasn't that. I was just. Again, they wrote me off as a kid who was mentally handicapped, so they put me in special education, and I was in a room with kids who, some of them couldn't move their arms, some of them some of them hardly had limbs, so it just made me feel like that they didn't really understand what was going on with me. But what happened to me when I was in the room with the handicapped kids, they gave me a chance to see that our body, it was something more than the body that made us move. So I knew that I had to really get myself together mentally and spiritually. And when I started doing that, that's when the light switch turned on. And I got a chance to see that I could be successful.
And you are a 7-time world karate champion.
Yes, a 7-time world karate champion, 3 times amateur champion. I fought for the United States for almost 12 years, won 36 international gold medals, and won 3 world titles, got a chance to go and compete for the United States for several years. And then I turned professional, fought for Budweiser, and then I fought for Transworld Oil team, and then won some world titles there, and then I retired. Retired in 1991. I retired.
91. Is this a picture of when you were and competing there?
Yeah, I was an amateur there. I was an amateur. I fought for the United States team. Yes, that was awesome. We fought in Spain. The guy next to me is Toki Hill. Me and him
Mhm.
were one of the first two people who ever won medals in the World Championships for the United States.
Mhm. Wow, amazing. Look at
And,
that.
that, and that's my coach, Coach Chuck Merriman. We in Madrid, Spain, right there. I'm getting ready for my final match to fight for the overall title, and it
Mhm.
was really awesome because nobody even thought we were going to even place in that tournament. But me and my friend Toki Hill end up winning. I became sub world championship, and he became the first light heavyweight world championship in America. We the first ones who ever brought medals back home.
Wow, amazing. And we went on to see that last year you were placed in the looks like International Hall of Fame.
Yes, International Hall of Fame, and man, to be in that Hall of Fame, I'm in there with Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen, football player,
Yes.
Jay Cutler, who's used to be Mr. Olympia, famous tennis player. They got a couple, Ernie Reyes, who's a really awesome grandmaster in martial arts, and then there's some other athletes who also in there. But when they told
Mhm.
me I was nominated, I was like, whoa! I was blown away because it was, that's a really
That's
grand thing to be able to do. A grand thing
yeah.
to be able to have in your life is being that.
Yes, sir. And look at that. 2021 Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank,
Congratulations,
thank
Billy.
you. Thank you
All of
so much.
your
I really,
yes,
really
all of your
appreciate it.
hard work. All your hard work is paid off.
Yes.
Let's go back here now. I want to look at some of this like talk about the movies. Now, when you appeared in Kiss the Girls with Academy Award winning Ashley Judd back in 97,
Uh-huh.
you appeared as her trainer in the movie. I mean, how was that? Tell us what that experience was like for you.
When they first asked me to do it, I was like, yeah, I would love to do it. Then so they asked me to train her a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
I trained her in martial arts because they wanted her to be able to kickbox and look good on screen. And she
Um,
was really an awesome person to train because she didn't mind going through the physical work and the hard work. So it
yes.
was easy to work with, and it was easy to teach her. So it was easy also to do that scene with her because
Mhm.
she prepared for that, and she was a nice person to work with.
Yeah, she looks like a sweetheart. I'm a big fan of Ashley. She's really
Yeah, she's
sweet. Yes.
really awesome.
Hmm. Okay, and
Uh-huh.
you also in '89, going back a bit, you were in the movie Driving Force.
Yes, driving force of Catherine Block. Actually, I went to Catherine Block is one of the reasons why I came to California. Uh, she when I was over in Arizona doing something for Indian reservation, help raise money for Indian reservation,
Hmm.
and I was
Hmm.
training kids. I was teaching small kids karate, and at the same time that happened, Catherine Block came walking through, and she said, "Hey, I just saw Billy Blanks. Let me go over and talk to him." She says she offered me a job. Hey, would you like to go to the Philippines as a bodyguard? I said, sure, but let me talk to my coach first and see if I have any matches that I have to compete against to
Hmm.
defend my world title. And he said, no, Billy, go ahead and go. So I ended up going to the Philippines with her as her bodyguard and trainer. And then while I was there, uh, they fired the gentleman in the movie and they asked me, hey, Billy, you want to play this part in the movie? I was like, whoa, that was always a dream come true, right? I wanted to be in
Yes.
the movies because I used to tell my friends, that one day I'm going to be like Bruce Lee. I'm going to be in the movies, watch. And they used to go, man, you go somewhere and sit down. Nobody thought it was going to happen, right? But I had the dream and I kept having visions about doing it. And look, Catherine Block gave me a little small part in the movie Driving Force. And then while I was there, Don the Dragon Wilson was doing a movie called Blood Fist. It was a
Hmm.
martial arts movie, and
Yes.
that was the dream of mine, right? I wanted to be in the martial arts movie, and so he found out that I was in the Philippines, so he called the set and asked if he could talk to me. And I said, I talked to Don Wilson, and Don Wilson asked if I could be in that movie Blood Fist. I said, man, I would love to be in that movie. That would be a dream come true. So he gave me a small part in that movie, and that helped kick my career off. Those two movies.
Yes. King of the Kickboxers and then Bloodfish.
Yeah, King of the Kickboxers was a movie that I did. Wow, what a movie! It was fun to do. I was in Thailand for almost 2.5 months, and at that same time, I have also went on an audition, and I got got a movie. I got a role in the movie Rocky. I was gonna be in the Rocky. I think it was Rocky 5 when
Rocky.
Tommy Morrison was there. Tommy Morrison was in that movie. So for 2 months, I have been training with Sylvester Stallone every day. We get up, and all the people who were cast in the movie had to go to the boxing gym. We all had to train, but then I had to go to uh, Thailand to do the movie King of Kickboxer, and I said, "Hey, I got to go do this movie." And he said, "When your part comes, then you have to come back, right?" So they told me my part would be I would be finished with the movie King of Kickboxer, and so I went and did the movie. And then while I was there, they finished early in Rocky. They finished some early scenes, so they wanted me to come back early, and I said I can't walk off the set, so I had to stay in Thailand and finish up the movie. And then by the time I got back here to the United States, my part was already done, and so I couldn't play that part in Rocky 5. But Sylvester Stallone always respected me because I didn't walk off the set, and I didn't. Okay, I want to hurry up, and get back and do Rocky. He respected that I had to honor my what I chose to do over there. Yes, and then from he calls me and say, "Hey, I got another part for you in the movie." He just gave me parts of most of the movies he had to give me a small part to work, even just to be on the set. He gave me the opportunity. Yeah, he was like, Billy Blanks is a pretty nice guy to work with, so let him come on the set. So it was really a blessing.
Awesome.
Really a blessing.
Yes. Well, we love you, Billy. Also, you started the Tybo. Tell me, when did you create Tybo, and how did that come about?
Well, Tybo, 1975, when I made the United States karate team, I wanted to find a better way for me to work out. And then I want to also find a way for my sisters them to work out, right? Because most women want to study martial arts, but they don't want to go through all, putting on a karate uniform and stuff like that. So what I did was I went in my basement, put on a theme song to Rocky, and I started punching and kicking. And I went, whoa, man. But within 2.5 minutes, I got cardiovascular tired, right? And I was national champion.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I gotta get in better shape. So what I did was I started working out with the music on, and I started just punching and kicking. But I didn't know how to count music at that time. I didn't know how to count any music, and so I got an offer. This woman, she was about 63 years old at the time. Her name was Madame Valor. She was a ballet teacher, but she was from Russia. And so she came to me and she said, "Hey, Mr. Blanks, I know that you have a pretty big name in our hometown. Well, I would like to know if you would want to play the Russian dancer in the Nutcracker." Right?
All right.
No, serious. I go, yeah, I would. If you can teach me how to do it, I would do it. And she says, "Well, don't worry, I'll teach you how to do it. I just need you to come these many days a week." So I did. I went, and within 3 to 4 months, I learned the Nutcracker dance. I played the Russian dance in the Nutcracker, and I ended up doing that, and then I ended up winning a scholarship to Dance School of Harlem. They have a junior school in my hometown, so I ended up winning a scholarship, and then I ended up doing ballet for almost 12 years. I danced in 12 ballets. Did a French ballet called Les Sophies, then Swan Lake. I played lead dancers, right? And then from there, I learned how to count music. And when I learned how to count music, I started developing Taibo. I started putting all these things together. And I said, one day I'm going to start teaching it. And the first people I taught it to, I went to a hair salon. When I moved to Boston, I went to a hair salon, and I went down to and asked the woman that were teaching. I had a karate studio on the 3rd floor. Hair salon was on the 1st floor. And I went and I asked, hey, I got this new workout called Taibo. And at the time, it was called aerobics, right? That's what it was. At first, it was called aerobics, karate and aerobics together. And so I said, hey, I got this new exercise. You mind if I teach you guys how to do it? If you guys come up on lunchtime, I can give you an hour workout, and you guys can go back to work. They said, okay, we come up. So I started teaching them. And, it started catching on. And then I moved to California. Then I went on an audition, Paula Abdul's audition. Right.
Really?
Right. Went on Paula Abdul's audition, and it was to be a boxer in one of her videos. So I went there. I didn't get the job, but I went there, and I came home, came back to my studio. And while I was going into my studio, I saw this lady get out of the car and she took her hat, put her hat on like this, and took her ponytail and stuck it in the back of her hat. And she walked into my studio. Guess who it was?
Janet Jackson.
It was Paula Abdul.
It was Paula Abdul. Okay.
Yeah. I now walked over to her. I said, hey, I just came from one of your auditions. She said, what? said, yeah, I just came from one of your auditions. They were looking for a boxer. She said, oh, I wish I would have known that I could have said something to him. But I didn't really know her at the time. I didn't know that I was teaching her nephew. I was teaching him karate. Her sister and mother was coming in my studio all the time, but I didn't know it was probably Abdul, mom and sister. And so I was teaching the son karate. And then from there, I said, you know what? I'm going to go out and ask her a question. I said, hey, Paula, I know that you always working on trying to get your body in good shape. I got this new exercise called Taibo. Can you let me show you some of it? She says, yeah. So then Paula Abdul became the second client. I started teaching her. And as I started teaching her, she started going, wow, this is really good. You should open up a studio, right? And I had opened up the studio and we started working. She said, you should really get out there and promote this and get the people to come into your studio and take the workout. And then all of a sudden, Sinbad came in. I met Sinbad at one of the awards. And he says, you know, Paula been talking to me about you, this Tybo thing. What is it? So I told him it's karate and all this other stuff. And he said, you know what? I'm going to come to your class. So he came to my class. And then Paula and Magic Johnson was pretty good friends. And then she talked to Magic. And Magic came to the class. Next thing you know, the studio started filling up with a lot of celebrity stars and athletes. And then all of a sudden, Tybo took off.
Just took off. Well, we're going to take a look. Let's take a quick look at the clip and let people see how great and magnificent. Everybody knows that, but we want to just take a look at you in action. Okay, Billy?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Billy Blanks, coming to you with a brand new workout. It's called Tybo Punch Out. Get ready for 8 minutes of blast. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Let's warm up warm those legs up. 1, work it.
2,
come on.
3,
work it.
4,
tap.
5, 6, 7.
Work it
8,
again.
1,
tap.
2,
tap.
3,
tap.
4,
tap.
5,
tap.
6.
Now,
7,
body twist.
8,
Go.
1, 2.
Warm that waistline up.
4.
Here we go.
5, 6, 7.
Do it again.
8,
Go.
1.
Warm that waistline.
3, 4.
That's it.
5, 6, 7.
Now back and forth.
8,
Go.
1, 2.
Work it.
3.
Come on.
4.
Work it.
5.
That's it.
6.
Work it.
7.
Do it again.
8,
Go.
1.
Work it.
2.
Come on.
3.
Work it.
4.
Work it.
5.
Work it.
6.
Work it.
7.
Now tap it out.
1.
Tap.
2.
Tap.
3.
Tap.
4.
Tap.
5.
Tap.
6.
Tap.
7.
Last set of 8.
1.
Work it.
2.
Come on.
3.
Work it.
4.
In.
5. 6.
Now shoulder
7,
rotations.
8,
Go.
1. 2.
Come on. Rotate those
3,
shoulders. Loosen up
4,
those shoulders.
5. 6. 7.
Reverse
8,
it.
1.
Come on.
2.
Work it.
3.
Work it.
4.
Come on.
5. 6.
Now,
7.
alternate.
8,
Go.
1. 2.
Work it.
3.
Work it.
4.
Work it.
5.
In.
6.
Work it.
7.
Take it back.
8,
Now.
1. 2.
Work it.
3.
Come on.
4.
Work it.
5.
Work it.
6.
Work it.
7.
And heel
8,
toe. Oh.
1. 2.
Come on.
3.
Go.
4.
Lift.
5.
Lift.
6.
Lift.
7.
Do it again.
8,
And
1.
go.
Yay, Billy!
Thank you.
You are
You have so
welcome.
much energy. You have so much energy. It's a blessing to be on this show. Thank you.
You know, I get my energy from, of course, God, but when I meet other beautiful individuals like yourself, that just makes me just come up even more, even higher.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You got that's a great spirit to have, girl. That's really a great spirit to have.
I'm ready to do my Taibo now. I'm so ready. But I know got a few more questions. We saw a clip where you on YouTube you uploaded a clip that says restoration. Were you sick last year or anything, Billy?
No, I was blessed. God kept me healthy, strong, and I was just blessed. I believe in Psalms 91. I quote Psalms 91 all the time, because it says, with that Psalms that I'm taken care of. I'm not worried about anything coming toward me. And if it does come, it's not going to be in me long, because I know who Jesus Christ is, right? And
Amen.
like Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, He lives inside of me, and He conquered all that stuff. And if He conquered all that stuff, and He lives inside of me, I ain't worried about anything.
Not worried about a thing.
No,
And speaking of, I saw you. You've been on some of the Christian networks like TVN, so we know you're a Christian. We know you love God, and I also. Yeah, I know. I caught you on Sirius XM one time. I was rolling down the expressway, and I was, you just going through the channels on your dial on the little TV. I mean, the little thing in your middle of the car, and I was like, I stopped right there at Joel Osteen, and he was introducing you. He was bringing you on. You guys were live broadcast. He was live broadcasting live somewhere. I'm not sure where you were,
We
but
were at the Super Bowl. We were at
that's
the
it. That's it. I believe it was Super Bowl, and he got a chance to
right.
speak with you, and your message was so inspiring. I said, "That's my boy."
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm well for me. I just know that having God in my life and understanding who Jesus Christ in my life. I have to tell you, if it wasn't for Him, I know that Tybo will be gone. Because usually when things come, right, they come as a
Mhm.
trend for
Yes.
3 to 6 months,
Hmm.
and then it's gone. But God has blessed me to have Tybo around. It's almost 40 years Tybo's been out there, and
No.
people still, people still know what it is. Because when I talked about Tybo, I always talk from the heart. I always tell people the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you about fitness. If you got the will, there's a way. If you don't have the will, there's not a way. And that was the thing to Tybo. You need a
Yes.
will, you need the mind to work yourself out, and the next thing you know, you're on your way to being successful.
Yes.
Because I spoke honestly, and then I didn't get into the ego part. Sometimes you could become something big, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you allow that to make your ego big. I humbled
Mhm.
myself to my craft. I know who gave me the power to do what I do, and so
Exactly.
I keep myself below
Stay
that.
humble. Stay
Yep,
humble. And
yep.
speaking of being humble, is that why we're having you're having your fitness and that faith and holy tour next year?
Yep, we having a faith and holy tour. I'm looking forward to that because I know people usually just think of Billy Blanks as a physical kick guy, punch guy, but they don't understand that he also lives by the Spirit. That the Holy Spirit lives up inside of me, and I really believe that God is the one who gave me the opportunity to teach Tybo. I believe that this God gave me this tool
Mm-hmm.
to work people out and at the same time minister to people. So this opportunity to go to Israel, and be on holy grounds and work out on holy grounds, work out in places where Jesus Christ walked, talked,
Yes.
preached. It would be an awesome opportunity for me to be able to do that, and I didn't want to pass it up. So I always tell anybody that's out there that just want to go to the holy grounds and do a physical fitness workout plus listen to the word of God, we're gonna be doing that, and I would love to invite you out to and join
I would
us.
love to come. What month is it in next
It's
year?
in October, next year of October.
October.
Yeah.
So if we don't get to make it, will we be able to see it somewhere?
Oh,
Can we?
definitely. You'll see it. Probably, we also have a live stream
Okay.
if people can make it. But the goal is that I want to try to invite as many people out as possible and show
Yes.
people how fitness and the Word of God working together can help
Work.
you have an awesome life.
Mhm. Yes, they go hand in hand.
Hand in
Well, that's
hand.
how I feel anyway. You
Me
can't have
too.
one without the other. I know
Not the
you
other.
feel that way.
Right. Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, yes. So we're going to take a quick look at your clip, which you did for YouTube, the Year of Restoration, which was very powerful. I just want to share with others in case they didn't get to see it. So let's take a look right quick.
Okay.
Are you in a dark room or am I?
Start. Hey guys, it's Billy Blanks coming to you live. I just want to shout out to you guys and say thank you guys for coming to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. It's awesome to have you guys on there, and thank you for your power, especially since 2020 and 2021. I know everybody had to go through a lot of stuff, but now we're out of it because we're going into 2022. I just want to tell you guys, shout out with a good year, knowing that restoration time is coming. Put on the power. Don't quit. Don't get discouraged. Just go for it. Just know you have the power to do anything you want to do. Look what you did in 2020 and 2021. You got through the struggle and you kept fighting. You didn't give up, and don't give up now. So make 2022 your best year to come. Set goals, write them down, create your visions, write them down, and go for them day by day. And I guarantee you, if you go for them day by day, you're gonna start to see things happen that you never even thought would happen. I do it every day. I get up out of my bed, always have a vision, always have a goal, and I go for it. And as soon as you do that, you always put yourself on the right track to be able to get what you need and get what you want out of your day. And that's really important. Guys, what I want to tell you, really, thank you guys for coming on the YouTube channel and subscribing to my channel. Just remember, I told you, I bet this guy that I can double it up. You guys got to help me. We got to get on here and bring it up to more people. And the only way I can do that is through you guys. Remember, if you love the workouts, write about it. I really appreciate it. If you want to work out to fit you, start writing in and tell us what you want to see us do. 10-minute workout, 15-minute workout, or martial arts workout. Listen, I've been training as a martial artist for over 50 years. I'm a 9th-degree black belt in Taekwondo. I was under one of the best Taekwondo instructors in the world, Mr. Jong-Soo Park. He just passed away, but I've learned a lot from him. So if you guys want to learn a lot about martial arts, I'll have that ability to do that too. Boxing, if you want to learn a little bit about boxing, have a little bit of that. So I'm an open door, and I'm ready to give it to you guys. And I know you guys are ready to receive, because you wouldn't be on the channel if you wouldn't be ready to receive. Like now, look at everybody that's on here now. I'm gonna shout out, guys. 2022 is coming soon. It's coming soon. But remember, when it comes, have your vision ready, and then every day, go for it. Go for it and don't quit. So put on the power. Thank y'all for joining my YouTube channel. Keep subscribing, and I guarantee you I'll keep creating workouts that you'll like and help you change whatever you need to change. Put on the power. This is Billy Blanks signing out. Love you guys. Us. See you later.
Awesome job, Billy.
Thank you so much.
You did a great job. We've had so much fun talking with you. Time is almost out. Before we go, any other announcements, any other great things coming up we need to know about, Billy?
Well, I know you know I did that video with Charlie P, right? Charlie Pugh?
No, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's called The Light Switch. There's a new song called The Light Switch.
The Light Switch. Okay, yeah, guys.
Check it
hear
out.
That.
Yeah, I did it with Charlie P. Yeah, it just came out. And you know, I just finished a movie called The Circuit, and that'll be out pretty soon. You know, it's been something, and I actually wrote the script, and I got some producers to produce it for me. And so we're gonna finish up. We got one more week to shoot, and that'll be shot in around May 18th, between May 18th and May 20th out here in California. And then we'll finish it up, and then I think it's gonna air on Netflix.
Oh, it's gonna be on Netflix.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I'm also getting ready to go to Japan and shoot some brand new workouts for Japan. Then I'll do that in about 3 weeks. I'll end up over in Japan for at least for 10 days, and I'll shoot at least 20 brand new workouts.
Oh wow, I wish I could go.
Yeah, just going to be released in Japan. They'll all be released in Japan, not here in the United States, but in Japan.
Well, awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Praying that you have safe travels, and I know you guys are going to have lots of fun. It's going to be very creative. Any shout outs to family members and friends before we wrap up?
Yeah, I want to shout out to my wife, Tomoko. I know you're listening in. My daughter, Angelica. Thank you guys for listening in. I love y'all. Jake and my management team, they also listening in on me too. I appreciate you guys giving me this opportunity talking to you. And then I want to just shout out to you guys, the people who give me this opportunity. Thank y'all for this opportunity to go out and speak to the people. And then also I want to say to the listeners that's listening in, listen, there's nothing in life that you can't do if you truly really want to do it. You just have to have a source. And I don't tell people what they should believe in, but I'm telling you, my source was Jesus Christ. And when I started believing in Christ, all these things started to come upon me, because I know that if he lives inside of me and he's the victor over all things, then what he says is true. All you got to do is take that step and take that chance. So take the step, take the chance, and watch and see the things that will happen in your life. I guarantee you things will change, and you become, I always say, forget about being Billy's best, be God's best. That's why I don't get up to be Billy's best. I get up to be God's best. And when you get up to do that, you get Billy's best and you get everybody else's best at the same time.
At the same time.
It's all at the same time. But just keep up the good work, guys. Don't get discouraged, because life sometimes wants to try to discourage you, but don't let it. Don't get discouraged. Get encouraged, and know that you have to be a warrior. It says in the Bible, put on the whole armor of God so you may be able to withstand the fiery darts of the wicked one. And because he's always throwing, he's always throwing those darts at you, right? And
yes, all the time.
And what do the darts do? They stick. You don't want them sticking you. You put on that armor, they fall off of you. And then you keep going. You keep doing the things that God has set forth in your life to do. So put on that power. Don't quit. Don't give up. Go for it. Love you guys.
We love you, ladies and gentlemen.
Love
If
you
you
too.
missed it, hey, we can always shoot this. You'll see this show later, but this is the fabulous Billy Blanks. He took time out to come and speak with us here on Bring It in the House. We'll see you guys next week, and thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks again, Billy. We love you.
Thank you. Love you too. You take care of yourself.
You too,
Stay
Billy.
stay in contact.